Howdy, folkses. And Gap, I said this before the stream because your comment was before the stream. Every time I see this, I still think it's funny.
I know, me too. In ages. I'll spend more time together.
All right, so I'm going to let Elihu kind of take over if he's still available, because he's the one who first was trying to bring it up in the last stream, even though it's on this stream that we're talking about it, that I put it in the fucking title even in preparation for this announcement to be made. Elihu, please go ahead and say what you wanted to say.
Brown Coach Unite, because Firefly is back. Yes, it is back.
Nathan Fillion says Firefly animated series in development with
Yes, it's becoming an animated series. It's supposed to be taking place between the 2002 TV and the 2005 movie Serenity. This is why Alan Turlick is back. So all full cast, except for Reverend, because he unfortunately passed away, is going to be returning into the new Firefly animated series. So yes, Firefly is fucking back.
All right. On the note that Ron Glass did pass away, how would you guys feel if they recast him, since it's an animated show?
No.
Why not?
It's like say for instance, TNG had a nice run. All of a sudden, Marina Sirtis passes away. You want them to fucking replace her? No. You lead the character off and keep in remembrance of that character.
Well, hold on. If it's animated, I have less of an issue with it, and I don't know if I want to see them do the Prodigy route with Spock, where they just reuse old lines. I would rather them recast him and, make it an episode about his character. Go ahead and recast someone to do the voice, and dedicate that episode to Ron Glass.
Okay, somebody contact Keith Davis and tell him there's an upcoming project coming up.
Oh God, Keith David would do a fantastic job too.
That's the first thing that came to my mind was, Keith Davis. Yeah, that'd be a good voice.
I agree. I liked the character enough that I still want the character there, even if the actor's not. Like, he was a really important character, and I don't think you can just invent another character to replace that cog in the wheel. I don't have a problem with them. But yeah, exactly. Dedicate it to Ron Glass. That's what I agree to. I think in this instance, you're probably good.
Even go ahead and make it that's the episode where he decides to found Haven.
Yeah, something like that. Yeah.
It's take place for the show and the movie, so why not? Yeah.
So, but the thing is, Shepard Book as a character during the show wasn't necessarily Malcolm Reynolds' moral compass. It was the one who was telling him to follow his own moral compass.
He was the compass to, I forgot her name, the girl, the sister.
River.
Thank you, River, yes. He was River's father figure. This is why he was important to the crew.
I would kind of agree with that. But if you notice, like, how he talks to Malcolm in the show, and especially in Serenity, it wasn't about telling him that he needs to do the right thing. It was more of, you already know what you're going to do. You know it's the right thing. Just go ahead and do it.
Yeah.
And it made him do things that were unethical per se, but for the right reasons.
He was his Jiminy Cricket.
As I said, he wasn't exactly the moral compass. He was just the one who was telling Mal to follow the moral compass he already had.
I'm not singing that, Gap. I know those words. I'm not singing it.
So
I just hope they have the original theme song as the intro for the cartoon, and they better not come up with a new one. No.
Well, do you guys hope that they continue on the comic storyline, or do you think they should just disregard the comic storyline and come up with something new?
Well, the comic is canon, so they could just mention it, a little reference, without actually
Or how
continuation
would
of
you
it.
feel if they were simply adapting the comic book into this animated show?
No, no, just continue it with the genre of the TV show as it was, because that's what Serenity did. It made a long TV show into a movie format, but not like Star Trek Insurrection. It was actually a movie. You cannot tell you were watching a TV show, but you were watching a TV show movie. Insurrection, yeah, it was a long TV show, not a movie. But they need to continue to do what they do with Serenity. Continue in the format that you actually believe you're watching Firefly. Not just an offshoot of Firefly, but you're actually watching the fucking show again. Like X-Men 97 did. Remember X-Men 97? Everybody's like, okay, how are they going to change this? No, it's like you're watching the fucking original show. They kept the format.
Well, hold on. Gap, they actually can't really do much of a time jump, mostly because the show is supposed to take place between the end of Firefly and the beginning of Serenity. And the time frame for that is basically a 6-month period. So I don't know how they're actually going to end up doing that. Unless
1 month,
one of the things,
1 month an episode.
Sorry?
An episode is 1 month, or 1 month takes place in a couple episodes. Stretch it out.
Well, unless they decide to do something like heavily in the way of arcs, but I can already see people complaining if they do that, because that's what Star Trek has done, and people just keep complaining about that.
Was it really only 6 months? It always seemed like it had been a couple of years.
No, it's about.
No, because
let me find out the exact time frame. Hang on a second.
They say in Serenity that the Doctor and River had only been on the ship for about a year.
Let me check this real fast here.
Well, Gap, if they're doing animated, it really doesn't matter that everyone's aged 25 years. They can make them look however they want in an animated show. I just figured they'd do some sort of a reboot almost.
Okay, the time is about 6 to 8 months.
Yeah.
River 10 become much more controlled. Simon and River more integrated into the crew. Yeah, between 6 to 8 months.
So yeah, if it's taking place between the two, I would imagine they would have to disregard a majority of the comics, because one of the comics is they go do a job where they end up scoring really big and have a lot of money.
Right.
But again, they do certain things with that money to the point where they're broke again by the time Serenity happens.
Yeah.
So what I'd like to see is, and as cliche as this is, continue the parts in the comic books where, the post-Serenity comic books, where we find out that Zoe was pregnant with Wash's kid. And we have the various characters telling this kid stories about the crew beforehand.
Right. That works. Or
it's very cliche.
Like the How I Met Your Mother scenario thing.
It could be Serenity never happened, or Serenity was way farther in the future than.
Thank you, babe. I love you. Sorry, Mrs. Vile just gave me more coffee.
Mm-hmm.
I'm glad you didn't say you love me.
We didn't think you loved us that much.
Yeah. We don't give you
well,
coffee.
I love you guys too, but it's a very different kind of love.
Not enough to call us babe.
With a lot of you, it's just on a physical level.
Of course.
On for you, Dandelion, it's entirely on a baking level.
Baking? I'm the one that's always baked.
Actually, I just put this week's loaf in the oven. I don't know. I'd almost rather they just pretended Serenity happened farther in the future, because that could easily have been like he established, like a book established an entire community of Haven.
Mm-hmm.
Got it like that off the ground in like less than 6 months.
Let me answer that question that Gap just put in. Mark Guggenheim and Tara Butters are attached to serve as the show's as the showrunners, and the script has been completed. Josh Whedon, who created the original series, is not involved in this project, by the way.
I was going to ask that because, as much as I like a lot of the stuff Whedon has produced, some of the allegations against him kind of distanced him from me personally.
Yeah.
Again, they might just be allegations but when there's that many of them, I kind of lead it towards they're more likely going to be true.
It's going entirely under Filion's production banner, Collision 33, which of course is going with 20th Television Animation, which fulfills our Lion Ratchet and franchise.
I will say I do sincerely got to give Filion credit for this, because he's been doing this. He's been promoting Firefly for the fans for a long time. And let's face it, he doesn't need to.
I know.
The residuals alone from Castle, from Rookie, from what was the other show he did?
I don't know. He used to show up in Edmonton fairly often. There's like an improv soap opera, like live action, like stage performance that happens every week. And it's sort of like the story continues each week. I can't remember what it's called, but anyway, he would show up and do that every now and again.
Yeah, Mark is responsible for DC Legends of Tomorrow and Arrow, and Tara Butters is Agent Carter and Reaper, in case Gap wants to know what kind of writing credits they have.
Could be good.
So, yeah, he does not need to do this. This is something he's pushing for the fans.
He doesn't need the money. Miranda doesn't need the money. Baldwin doesn't need the money. Turlick doesn't need the money. Come on. This is for the fans.
Yeah. Right. There we go. It's called Dynasty. Edmonton's Canadian Comedy Award-winning improvised soap opera. Every Monday night. But every now and again, Nathan Fillion, I think he's from there. He would show up and like take part. But it's like die, but it's like with a hyphen between the die and the nasty. So it's actually very funny. There's a lot of good comedy in Edmonton. Edmonton actually has quite a pretty good cultural scene.
It's Canada. We don't get that here in America.
Well, it's also a stage thing, so it's not like it's like a stage performance that happens every week, but it's improvised every week.
We have several improvising shows around here every week.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, I'm excited about this. I'm hoping it does well. I'm probably now that I know the show's coming out, I'm going to avoid spoilers like the plague, because I've been a Firefly fan. Firefly fan.
Dude, shut up. The vernacular is brown coat. Brown coat. Use the term brown coat, not Firefly fan.
Well,
you've been a brown coat.
I'm not gonna necessarily do that for certain reasons, but I'm because it reminds me of too much of bring out my brown pants.
Yeah, but we are brown coats, not Firefly fans. Come on, get the vernacular correct.
But I will admit, see, here's the thing about Firefly. When the first episode aired, I thought the show was dumb. I'll be completely honest with you. When that first episode aired on Fox, I watched it, and I was like, "Why is this? They're not explaining anything. What the hell is going on?"
I liked it right from the get-go.
Yeah.
But the reasoning I didn't like it was because that wasn't supposed to be the fucking first episode.
This is true. It wasn't. Yeah.
I like Zoe right off the start.
I didn't realize how much Fox had meddled and put a episode with more excitement in it to be the first episode, as opposed to the one that was actually supposed to be the first episode. So when I actually first watched it on DVD after the show had been canceled, unfortunately, and I got to see it in production order, not in release order, I'm like, oh wow, this show is actually really fucking good. To the point where one of the funnier things was when the Serenity movie came out, I was dating a certain girl from one of my former coworkers back when I was in college, and one of our dates was to go to this movie, Serenity, in the theaters. And she had no idea what was going on, so I'm telling her, the history of the show, and she loved that movie so much. By the end of it, she went out on her own to buy the series on DVD. She bought all the comic books that had been released up until that point, and even bought the novelization of the film.
Damn.
And she became a bigger fan of the show than I was.
No, I liked that show. Like even that first episode they aired that was a bit on the questionable side. Although I have a sneaking suspicion in Canada, we actually got the real first episode first.
Well, the first episode they released, I think, was The Train Job.
Yeah. Even that one I liked it.
So, of course, it didn't make sense to me when, later on, almost near the end of the show, they released the freaking episode that was supposed to be the first one.
Hey, do you watch New Rockstars, Eric Voss?
No, I don't.
He does these breakdowns of different TV shows and movies, mainly Star Trek, Star Wars, Doctor Who, that sort of shit. He's been when Star Trek Academy was premiering, he was doing these Star Trek watch parties and breakdowns, the little inside Easter eggs, the little tidbits and stuff. He was doing for probably episodes, last episodes. I think he might be doing this because he's a huge brown coat. I think he might be doing a Firefly rewatch breakdown again before this cartoon airs. So if you guys watch New Rockstar Eric Voss, keep that open, guys. I'm not getting paid to say that. He's a really cool dude.
Post the link in the CNA PSP chat because I'm not familiar with him.
Okay. Yeah, he's a really cool dude. He's funny.
So
I watch him.
So yeah, I am definitely excited for this. I want to see what, I want to see the progression of how things happen. Like, what was the big argument that left to Anara leaving? I want to see why Shepherd Book left. I want to see, some more Wash and Mal content, because the episode where they get captured is one of my favorite episodes of all time. Because, they're arguing about a personal nature, but it's also, it's also to distract from the torture. I mean, it's such a good episode. Yeah, I'm definitely excited that this is actually happening.
Yeah.
It kind of sucks that it took 24 fucking years, which makes me feel old because now I'm realizing this show is older than all my kids.
Yeah, basically, I'm going to quote Nathan Fillion. He said, quote, "The dedication of Firefly fans has kept this 25-year-old show relevant. Clearly, the return of Firefly is something the fans want. More importantly, it's something they deserve." Unquote. Yeah, he's doing this for the fucking fans. Not for ratings, not for the studios, not for money. It's for the fans.
This joke is for Gap. How do Reavers clean their spears?
They wash them?
They run them through the wash.
Oh, yeah.
Wah, wah, wah.
He's gonna unsubscribe after that joke.
Oh boy.
Maybe we should all unsubscribe after that joke. No.
The leaves on the wind.
Anything other Firefly related? Because we've only been talking about it for 20 minutes.
Not that I can see. Let's see. Anything else here?
Did you?
I can see about Firefly.
Did you post in the chat the links to the artwork? Because as I said, I've been looking for the artwork, and other than the cast photo, I haven't found anything. And I've been looking for that since the stream started.
Yeah, I sent you the proposed artwork and the image.
Okay, I can't show it because I'm streaming from the phones. But if you can, post it in the chat for anyone else who's watching.
Mm-hmm.
I did.
I don't see it.
Hang on.
Yeah.
Oh, sorry. Hang on. Let me actually get the link itself. Actually got the image. One moment.
Uh-huh.
Sorry.
You thought about it, but you didn't do it.
Yeah. Hang on. I'm gonna go over here. Where are you? Okay. Here's the X link where it has the image. Actually, no, I'm not gonna give you the X link.
I was gonna say on this stream, we still dead name it. It's Twitter.
I'm gonna give you the actual deadline link. Speaking of dead, I'm gonna give you the deadline link. Okay. This has the full article and the image.
Yeah, don't
Here's
make me try and log into Twitter again.
Yeah. I gave you the deadline link. Okay.
All right. Woo-hoo.
So
Yeah. Damn it! Come on. He froze on me.
all right. Let's go ahead and we'll move on to Star Trek. I'm assuming again that only Elihu has seen the episodes.
Yeah.
Yes, it's true.
All right, so Elihu, the episode Cosign, the one, the marriage episode.
Yeah.
How did you feel about that one?
Well, it kind of actually, I kind of like Jaden. Basically, it gets his characters like he steps up for his friends. He's like, okay, I'm gonna help him because he's my friend. Although he got dragged into this shit, but he actually steps up and helps him out. And the character's like, oh, I actually have people who care about me outside of my planet, my family. I like that. There's a little character growth.
Well, I'm going. Hold on. The one thing I'm going to bring up, the wormhole thing, the little, wormhole portal thing that they had.
The slug, the warp slug.
No, not the slug. I'm talking about the one that brings Caden and what's his name to the planet. Okay. Post burn, how the fuck are they doing that, and why isn't that more used?
I was gonna bring that up as a hate.
Yeah, that. Remember, I'm watching these trying to ignore a lot of the hate, just trying to show it for myself. I did not like that they had that. It should have been more of a shuttle or something else. I don't know, because that brings up certain implications, like how powerful is this race that they're able to do that? I mean, this is like Iconian portal technology level stuff. And it's only brought up during this episode. Maybe they could explain that, yeah, it's really hard to do, or it's really dangerous to do, or...
Yeah, if that was the case, they would have helped the Federation out when the ring happened.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I hated that. Like,
or maybe the planet is... Oh, go ahead.
Never mind. I forgot what I was going to say. Go ahead. Never
mind. Maybe, do we know for sure that his race is not, or isn't in the Federation yet?
Let me find out. Darren's race is in the Federation. Hang on. Is Darren's race Federation? Let's see. Come on. Slow internet this morning. Sorry about that. Usually pops right up. Oh, while that loads, I was going to say, what kind of technology is this? Do they do this only for their species? Is it only work for their species or what? Let's see. Clone is depicted as a new alien species. Let's see. They are Federation citizens.
Well, I'm reading about their race right now on Memory Alpha. It doesn't necessarily say that they're a member of the Federation. It does say that he is the first one to attend Starfleet Academy.
Colonians are Federation citizens or from a Federation-aligned world.
So I would say that they might be aligned with, but they not be part of the Federation.
Well, he's a
So
Federation
maybe-
citizen, so
Maybe that's the reason the technology, like maybe they only recently aligned with the Federation, and that's why the technology hasn't been put through. But I don't know. It seemed to be too important of a technology not to be
One and
mentioned
done.
until this episode. Or if they don't mention it again, I'll be even more mad.
Spoiler alert, they do not.
Well, again, this is only episode 7, and there's only 10 episodes this season. But I would like to see this at least, like maybe during the season finale of episode or season 2, that they're using this technology to do something. That would make sense.
Yeah, the only thing I hated was that that portal. I'm like, okay, how did that happen? Why do they need a ship? They can
Well,
use
you're
that
always
portal to go
going to
anywhere.
need ships.
If
Sorry,
they
my
can use that
brain
portal to go
wondered,
anywhere, why
what
do
was
they
the
need ships?
technology?
They never
Basically-
explained it.
Basically, 2 members of his race abduct Darum for his wedding. How they do it is they open a wormhole portal,
Ah,
kind of like a Stargate,
right.
that goes from Starfleet Academy to one of their planet's moons.
Huh.
And it's, that would be, hundreds, if not thousands of light years away.
Right.
So if you have that type of powerful, teleporting type technology, it kind of makes starships redundant, other than the fact that starships have other purposes.
Cargo.
I mean, just because we now have airplanes which are faster doesn't mean a majority of our stuff isn't still shipped via boat,
Yeah. Maybe there's like a high energy cost that was not yet discussed with relation
Yeah,
to
that's my assumption, but it was still something that, like, to have something that powerful, because remember, in the episode, I don't know how much of a Star Trek fan you are, Dandelion.
I'm
There's a Deep Space Nine episode where a group of rogue Jem'Hadar get access to an Iconian gateway, and this is very similar to an Iconian gateway, because basically that means that they could send their forces anywhere in the galaxy,
right,
without the need of starships.
Maybe, I don't know. There's probably like a million possibilities why. Either it's something that they haven't let the Federation know about, and it's like, they were keeping it secret-ish. How is it treated in the show? Is it treated like an unusual thing happening, or is it treated as a commonplace thing?
For Starfleet, it seems to be very unusual. For the Kionians, it appears to be somewhat commonplace.
Right. So maybe,
and I'm judging that based on the singular episode.
Shared widely.
Yeah.
Maybe it'll turn out to be one of those things like it so easily could go so horribly wrong. Like you kind of really need to know what you're doing to like successfully do it. I don't know.
Or the other, hold on. God, I can't talk. One of the excuses, it could be because they had to go to the moon and not the planet.
Right.
Maybe that wormhole only exists on the planet.
Or on the moon.
Or sorry, yeah, on the moon. Thank you for correcting me.
Maybe. I don't know. Well,
So-
you're right, though. It does sound like something they need to like broach the subject of again at some
Yes.
point.
At some point they need to do that, because that's like one of the things that did bug me about the episode.
Right.
The drama involving Calum, or whatever the fuck his name is, or Mir, sorry. Not writing his letter to the girlfriend who's in a coma. That kind of sounds like a dick move, but it's also a very teenager thing, so I guess I can let it slide.
Right.
I mean, it's all about his freaking character growth, so I mean, it kind of makes sense. But I can understand also why that is turning a lot of people off, because we're not used to having a lot of emotional talk when it comes to Star Trek.
Right.
Especially stuff that occurs more than one episode. I mean, how rare was it? Like after Best of Both Worlds, we had the episode where Picard is visiting his family and he's trying to get over the horror of being assimilated.
Right.
Oh,
that kind of continuity between TNG episodes is extremely rare. And you would only get that by watching the previous 2 episodes.
Right.
well, they did canonize something that was mentioned in Discovery.
What?
Well, not more like mentioned, but actually shown. That Klingons have 2 penises and 2 sets of testicles.
Yeah, so?
Well, they did confirm that, so.
Well, considering Krogan also have 4 testicles, I don't have a problem with that. It just seems to be now. I'm going to laugh if it becomes a prerequisite for every proud warrior race in sci-fi to have 4 balls. So we're the next thing we're going to discover is the Jaffa from Stargate have 4 balls. And for those that don't know, the Krogan are from Mass Effect. They're also a proud warrior race.
Things I really didn't want to know.
Well,
Wouldn't mind- I
some
wouldn't
races
mind an
just
extra
have
2
more
balls.
or 4 things when humans only have 2. I mean,
Right.
Ferengi have 4 lobes to their brain. We only have 2. Betazoids, I believe, have don't they have more of the lobes because they're I think they have 3 or something.
Right. I mean, and even Doctor Who has like double organs, doesn't he? Like
Yeah.
2 hearts
Yeah,
and
2 hearts.
2 hearts.
How convenient.
Oh, what
Redundancies.
reminds me of a line from Mass Effect 2 where if he survives the first game, Rex goes, the benefits of a redundant nervous system. And the main character can tell him, humans don't have that. And he goes, oh, that must have hurt.
Yeesh. Okay. All right. My loaf is partly done. Taking the part,
Yay.
take the lid off the container.
Do you know there was also another running trope I do not like about Starfleet Academy? Nobody gets fucking punished.
Well, what do you mean? Because everyone gets punished all the time with menial labor.
Yeah, that's it. That's the punishment. Oh, you break the rule. Okay, I'm gonna do some menial labor. I'm not gonna get sanctioned or kicked out of Starfleet Academy or be put on probation. No, I'm gonna do menial labor. Nobody gets fucking anything around here. It's like, okay, yeah, 50 hours of this, 20 hours of this, 200 hours of this. You mean I gotta do work for breaking the rule? Okay, no problem. I'll break a rule and do this work.
Hold on. I'm going to give a real world example of this. When I was a kid, they opened a new high school in our district, so that the first class was literally just freshmen. They didn't have a senior class. They didn't have a junior class. They didn't have a sophomore class. So it was only the freshmen. And we used to hate a lot of the people from that school because they could do more shit because no one was going to kick them out because it was the first class. And that makes sense. You don't want to start, kicking out every single person in your first class because there's going to be no one left. And we know that this is Starfleet Academy's first class.
Not the first class. They have year 2. They have. Remember, Tilly was year 3s.
Well, she was teaching the year 3s, but I think a lot of people transferred over from the War College to Starfleet Academy that first year.
Never specifically explained, but okay.
They didn't stipulate it, but to me, it actually makes sense that you're not going to kick everyone out. You'll be a lot more lenient. Plus, it seems that their, dean, for lack of a better word, is all, more about teaching them a lesson than punishment. And what's her name did get, our pre-command track thing revoked. So that is a punishment in and of itself.
Okay, yeah, Genesis. Okay.
Well, and it is also possible that they want a certain amount of independent thinking in their officers. And so they're going to give you labor tasks to complete. And there will be punishments, but they want to keep you in there because they don't actually want you to not have independent thinking. You need to be able to get yourself out of trouble or troublesome situations. And that is actually probably sort of one of the things they're looking for in officers.
I would definitely agree with that.
Right? What they're seeking is not necessarily, you have to be able to work within the group, but you also have to be able to think outside the box. I'm sure if you continually got yourself into bad situations, you might eventually get kicked out, but there's probably a pretty high bar to clear. If you're getting other people injured or killed, then they're probably not going to be too happy with you.
Well, plus there's also the mitigating circumstances. And I hate rules that are rigid to the point where they just punish people based on the letter of the law. I've always been a spirit of the law type person.
And also, there would be really inconvenient to have to keep introducing new characters every week. They pay the actors a certain amount of money. They kind of need them there for the whole season.
Let's face it. There are times that we've seen Picard and Kirk and Cisco do things within a single episode that are like, how the hell did you not get kicked out of Starfleet or demoted for that?
Right.
So yeah, you got to give the fact that they're paid cast members a certain leeway.
Yeah. There's always that, right? It's sort of like in Game of Thrones where they didn't kill off a lot of characters that did get killed off really quickly in the books.
Yeah.
Because they wanted to keep that character around because they had hired the actor and paid the actor. So they didn't want to just have them there, have everyone really like that actor, and then they get killed, like in the books, right? You really like the eldest son, and he dies in the first fucking chapter practically. But the actor was as likable as the character was in the book, so they didn't really want to kill him off. Whereas in the book they did; they just killed the guy off right away.
Or how they killed. Or characters they decided not to develop, they killed off.
I was going to say, Seth MacFarlane made a trope about that in Blue Harvest when he was making fun of Star Wars. And he's like, relax, we have 4 of the main characters on here. We're going to be okay. Yeah, you're not going to kill off any person. Hey, I got noticed. You just went live. Holy shit.
I just went live?
Yeah, CNA stream just went live.
Oh, at least it was the CNA stream and not the PSP stream.
Yay!
Considering I think it's funny that 12 hours later I got Steve's notification.
I got Steve's notification after he ends the show. I'm like, I got the bell wrong. Come on,
do you know
what are you saying on Sporty Balls?
And I don't know why it's like that, because I hit the bell and I have it to give me every notification. But for some things, even Enzo's streams, 9 times out of 10, I don't get the notification till after the stream just ended.
Yeah, the OCC, he did this, the OCC stream, for example, I think it was last week. I didn't know it was doing it or not. I didn't see it on the feed. I'm like, okay, I'll just wait for notification. Notification comes on at 8:45. I'm like, wait, he's live right now? That's late? Also, notification. Giveaways. I'm like, what? Stream's over. Like, what the fuck is going on here?
I don't have any notifications for things because I don't trust them anyway. If it's a stream that I really like going to, I usually go and hang out in the chat on the OOC. I just know that it's going to be on. So usually by the time I'm got home, fed the chickens, done my evening yoga, and I'm sitting down to have dinner, the stream is already kicked off. And so I join up, just hop on as soon as my evening is ready for something. So I don't depend on notifications to know something's live. I just know that that's when it happens and I go check it out, which is why I keep missing the Chaos's Monday stream, because I always forget that it's happening because they didn't do it for so long.
Yeah, speaking of notifications, I got the notification this morning when I woke up about your reply about the video I sent.
Well, actually, no, it took me a long time to see that video. I think I'd only just watched it this morning.
Oh, okay.
I will
I'll
say
get
this.
notifications for those sorts of things, but if I'm busy or whatever, like yesterday was kind of crazy around here, so I didn't get a chance to I don't go on Instagram every day or like all day or whatever.
Same here.
hop on
And
once a
that's
day.
why I don't always.
If you click, hang on, Mike. If you click on the profile that's from the museum.
Right.
Well, I was gonna say that's why, Dandelion. You'll notice that after you sent me a few things, I'll respond to everything after all at once.
Yeah, no,
That's
I
because
totally.
I don't go to Instagram every day and I turned off the notifications for Instagram because it kept being like, someone you might like posted a video. I'm like, I don't give a shit, so I just turned off notifications for Instagram.
Right, I have them in banners, but I mean the banner pops up, but I don't always get a chance to go see it right away. So.
And then I'm like so far behind on posting the
sent
short.
You guys a few things this morning that I thought were funny. So
I'll probably okay. So I have to work today, and I still have to cross the border.
Yeah.
So I'm hoping to because I got to work for about 6 hours. So after the stream, I'm going to be leaving to cross the border. I'm going to hopefully work for my 6 hours, and then I'll hopefully be able to join the stream before I might be late.
Right. Cool. You've got a big old stack of things I sent you this week, Mike. A whole bunch of stuff.
But while I'm in line, I'm hoping to post the next short related to the Fallout review.
Right.
And so far, not a single person has realized or at least commented, wait, this isn't actually Fallout the series. Which I think is funny.
Right. Oh, and something you sent me yesterday, Elihu, I couldn't see. It said the content may have been deleted by the owner or hidden by their privacy settings. So not the weird fuzzy ass pat thing, the one before that. I couldn't see. That fuzzy ass pat thing, what the fuck was that, dude?
I have no idea. Now I'm confused.
Yeah, no,
all right.
there was some video of there was a
Sorry, that was from the art museum. I was muted. I'm talking. I didn't realize I was muted.
Okay, man, that was just freaking weird. Like, I don't even want to know. Like, nope, that's a nope for me. That was too weird.
Oh, by the way, part of the Spider-Man No Way Home trailer has been released. In case you guys want to know, it's been leaked. Okay, but back to Star Trek.
Well, anything else you want to say about the episode, Elihu?
About episode 7?
Yeah.
Not really.
All right. Give me a second because I'm trying to do certain things on my phone, my other phone that it's not,
You do that. I need to meet you because I need to get some coffee.
Yeah, I'm making more tea myself, so.
Sorry. I'm basically downloading a bunch of movies while I'm in Mexico, because it's legal.
Sure.
And some I'm downloading for my son, some I'm downloading for myself. Because of the Friday the 13th on Friday, and because he's been doing much better in school, I told him, as long as you're doing better, I'll download all the Friday the 13th movies because he really wants to watch those.
Nice.
And I realized, it's, a horror movie and he's only 11.
Turtle Jay can handle it.
Plus the effects are not that bad. They're bad enough where I think you can understand it's fake.
Yeah, they're B-rated special effects.
Yeah. Plus, I really want to see the first movie where it's not Jason. But I'm also downloading certain things for me, like Back to the Future trilogy.
There you go.
I might have seen them a bunch of times, but it's a series I like.
As of this moment, the word is out. We are going to try
Elihu?
to bring back Firefly. This time,
Who's playing that?
Why are
I
you
am
bringing back Firefly.
Elihu's
Crazy.
thingy?
That's official announcement from Nathan. Firefly, sorry.
Oh, okay.
We're not crazy.
Not crazy. Crazy.
It's crazy.
Not crazy.
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 It's crazy, but it just might work. Now, to do this, we would need Joss's blessing. I got the rights from 20th Century Fox.
/ Disney.
They got excited. They said yes. Sure. I got 2. Tara Butters, Agent Carter, Dollhouse, Mark Guggenheim, Arrow, Flash. They're married. They met through Firefly.
A script.
We got it.
An animation house.
Good. Here.
Emmy
Elihu,
award-winning show.
just put the link in the chat because it's coming out staticky to me.
Yeah, it sounds weird.
I apologize. Sorry. It's on let me see if it's on Instagram. I'll put the Instagram link on the chat, okay?
All right. So episode 8 is the episode where Tilly comes back, and I will say I like Tilly coming back. I love the character. I don't know. I know she got a lot of hate back on Discovery, but I liked her as a character. She gave me Reginald Barkley vibes. And, I don't see anyone really bitching and moaning about Reginald Barkley's character, nowadays, back when he was first, came out.
Dude, nobody had a
episode
problem with broccoli. Come on.
I think the whole point was that he wasn't supposed to be that likable of a character. Like, that was kind of like, it's sort of like in Muppets Christmas Carol, the like super cute and adorable rabbit. They made him like that so that you wouldn't be sympathetic towards it, but it actually backfired because everyone was really sympathetic towards the overly cute bunny rabbit getting punted.
Oh, I mean, like when the first episode of that featured Barkley was released, at least on the message boards. And God, if you want to think about this, I was on the Trek BBS boards way back when. And yeah, a lot of people were like, well, how could Starfleet have a person like that be on one of their ships? He's not professional. He's not competent. It makes no sense. And then, of course, later on, he's a beloved character.
Mm-hmm.
Even though he technically shows up in more episodes of Voyager than he does TNG.
I need to explain to the millennials who are watching right now or doing this on a rewatch what a BBS is. It's old time Reddit.
Yes. Yep. Oh God. And I don't know if you go back to the old Wayback Machine, if they actually have some of the images. Yes, I was still VileMike back then. And VileMike was on the Trek BBS boards.
I was all over the D&D BBS boards.
I wasn't on D&D BBS boards, but Legend of Zelda, I was definitely on. Star Trek, Babylon 5.
You nerds.
God, yes.
I was on Babylon 5. I was mainly on the D&Ds.
And
yes, great community.
I remember because I was stuck on a 33.3 modem using dial-up that I hated certain people's signatures on the BBS boards because they wouldn't load up properly in time. So all the text shows up, and then you have all the little images that are still loading symbols.
Right.
And I'd be reading through all the comments and everything before those finished loading up, and I'd go to the next page.
Oh my God.
We old, man.
Good. I remember moving up to a 56K modem. And now
that's what I originally had. My first one's a 56K.
Dude, my first one was my first modem was
Commodore 64, 64K modem. Monochrome, screen, everything. Yep, I remember that.
Well, no, we're talking about the modem speed. So the 56K
Oh.
modem was still
Oh.
incredible. Like today, if you were to go to 56K per minute or per second, you'd think that was incredibly slow.
What'd you pay? About $200 for that? I know it's
I don't
expensive.
know, dude. At that point, I was most of my stuff was either hand me down from my dad or and for the internet, my mom or my dad were paying for it.
Yeah, my mom paid for everything.
When I later on, as in like a 12-year-old, finally got a second landline for my bedroom, I did have to pay my parents back for that, but it was only like $15 a month. So I made that in just a single night babysitting. And God, that was back when, babysitting for 5 hours was like someone giving you a 20. You're like, oh, thank you so much. This is so much money. And now,
shit. I used to, $20 used to last me several hours at the arcade. Okay,
dude.
now if I go to Dave & Buster's, $20 will last me 10 minutes.
Okay. Did you ever go to Wonderland or Nickel City?
Wonderland at Tower Plaza Mall in Phoenix, Arizona. Yep, I remember this.
$5 could last me all day at an arcade like that. Nowadays, $5 wouldn't last me a single game at Dave & Buster's.
Know. It's so fucking expensive. You gotta use the card. You gotta pay for the card itself. Like, what the fuck?
Wait a second, you said $20. You can't even play a single game at Dave & Buster's?
No, $20 will last me 5 minutes at Dave & Buster's. In the 80s and the 90s, $20 will last me a couple of hours a day.
And I will say
$5, 5 minutes.
One of the times where Turtle Jay was behaving extremely well, we actually went to Dave & Buster's and we played one of the Star Trek machines. And I still got the cards.
Nice.
We got Spock.
Oh,
we got Uhura. We got Scotty. And we got Sulu.
If you get Sulu to sign that, that'd be pretty cool.
Oh, that'd be awesome. But
yeah, just go, hey, can you sign this for me? Just hand him the card.
And here's the cool thing. You can scan the card when you after you get it, and they'll give you a certain amount of tickets for it. But if you collect all 8 of them, you get like 10 times the amount of tickets. So we've been holding on to these unscanned so we can get the tickets later. But we just haven't had a chance to go because, I only took him because he behaved very well. And sometimes he doesn't behave very well.
Well, Dave & Buster's is way too expensive for me.
All right. Loaf is out of the oven. It'll just be a minute before I can touch it.
Oh, sorry. Turn off my camera. You don't want to see my bald head.
Shiny bald head, no. Hey, at least I put you in a pink bandana in that group picture on the chat.
I did appreciate that.
It originally gave you a blue bandana. I'm like, no, make it pink.
I do have a pink bandana, so yeah.
That's why I put a pink one on you, because I know that you have a pink one.
Well, I've got blue ones too, but
I know. Generically put a blue one on you. I'm like, no, make the blue bandana pink.
Funny.
All right, going back to the Star Trek episode.
Yeah, I got my uniform on.
Okay, talk about some other shows.
We're still talking about episode 8.
Yeah, we're still talking about Starfleet Academy episode 8.
Yeah.
How did you feel about the way Starfleet Academy was trying to use teaching the kids theater as a way to dealing with their trauma?
Sorry. Our time, basically, if you know the play, it deals with grief. Tilly is just given a way to them to express themselves without them actually realizing it until they doing the play and the lines, and they're like, oh wait, this is actually paralleling our lives, what's going on with us right now. That's why they all grouped together and started reading the play. Like, okay, this is us, this is what's going on, we're dealing with this just like they deal in the play. Then that's when they're all friends, they all got together and did this. I mean, they realized this That's what Tilly's whole plan was, for them to actually realize something without realizing it. To learn, to grow as a group, not an individual. I like this part. It wasn't individual growth here and everybody else in the background. No, it was a group growth session. And that was well written. That's my opinion on the play.
All right. And how do you feel about the parallels? And this was a very Star Trek thing for them to do, because you got the parallels of the children going through essentially therapy for their traumatic experience in the episode 2 episodes prior. And then you have the Doctor also dealing with his trauma based on an episode of Star Trek Voyager that he never dealt with.
Yeah, I have to say that Robert Picardo almost made me cry in that fucking episode. Like, holy fucking shit, that speech he gave, that is an Emmy speech, okay?
Well, I wouldn't go that far, but it kind of makes you realize that, yeah, the Doctor himself had become so human by that point that he himself had repressed trauma that he never dealt with, because, you know, as a hologram, his idea was, I shouldn't have to feel that stuff because I'm not real, essentially. He just decided to ignore it.
And that explains his negative reaction in the pilot episode when he first met Sam. Yeah, that explains it. It's like, oh, hologram, no, I can't get attached to you. That explains it. It wasn't with Prodigy, it was with his previous past experience. Like, thank you for explaining that whole part.
And it gives more depth to the episode in Voyager, or at least the 2 episodes that they talk about, because they reference both the episode where he had a family on the planet that spun really fast or whatnot, as well as the holographic family he created. And both times, so he's basically saying, yeah, both times I attempted to have a family, it ended poorly. So I decided not to try to have a family ever again, other than, you know, Starfleet. And that leads a lot of, you know, extra bits to those episodes. It makes them hit harder, I think. I mean, I don't know about you guys, but after watching episode 8, I went back and rewatched those 2 episodes of Voyager just because I wanted to see if it related, and especially the holographic family episode. Yeah, it hit even harder.
It does. Yeah. I forgot about that episode until he had the flashbacks. Like, oh shit, now I remember that one. Yeah, that's an episode that's not clearly in my head. So, but I liked how he was basically explaining to the photonics, Sam's race. Like, yeah, she has this, but she has no context to it. That's what I was trying to explain last week without spoilers. She has no context to these emotions. She has them, but she doesn't know how to process them because she has no relatable experience with this. That's why the whole process of having her reborn again, to experience these emotions and have a relatable experience to this. That's why her character is now not goofy and a little kiddish anymore. She's grown up. I love this expansion. She is now finally fucking grown up. She said she still has the memories from her 120 some odd days with her friends, and she has new memories, which those new memories means, okay, she's getting life experience to understand, to meet with her friends again. That's why she's so happy to see them. It's like, yes, I'm getting ready to go see my friends again. This is me. I'm growing up. And I like how she calls the Doctor Dad now. It's always Dad, also, Dad. I love that.
I have to say, one of the points for that episode that hit really hard, and I'm sure Elihu will agree with me, when he says that, you know, I lost these families 800 years ago, yesterday. Because he's artificial, he has perfect recall.
Every single second of his life. Yeah.
Yeah. So, God, that really did hit hard. Because, I mean, we're not humans, and, you know, I would assume an alien species, but I can't really compare because we only have humanoids on this planet.
There are some, was it 1 out of every
I think we have
2
more
billion
than
has a mnemonic memory where they can recall every second of their life. It's like a rarity of humans. Yeah, like maybe 5-6 people on this planet have that.
So I know, like, a lot of the things that were painful when they first happened lessen over time because we literally forget things and we build new memories to go upon it. And that's one of the things that helps out with it. But to have perfect recall for such a traumatic experience where you can go over it every second of every day, God, I mean, that the fact that he wasn't broken before that is kind of amazing.
Oh.
So yeah. Really good episode when it came to that. The A plot I didn't really care for as much, even though it had Tilly in it.
I did like it because it was a group growth instead of an individual growth. I like that. And I did like the B story with Sam and the Doctor. I like that one better.
All right. The Betazoid, Tima, whatever the fuck her name is, because they don't even seem to pronounce it the way it looks like it's written.
We got the weekly loaf.
Tarima. Tirama.
Yeah, but they always seem to pronounce it with a TR or a DR. I mean, I swear it sounds like they say Dreama half the time.
There we go. This week's loaf looking delicious.
Oh.
Let me see if I can bigify you. There we
I
go.
don't have to. It's making the.
I hear that crunch.
Yeah.
Yeah.
A little
Pinch the loaf. Pinch the loaf.
I pinched the loaf a little bit. It's really piping hot, so I'm going to put it down now.
Pinch the loaf. No, I already went.
And I also got
say-
crumbs on my keyboard, so that's not so good.
What do you think about what do you think about Tamara's new inhibitor?
Okay, well, the inhibitor I didn't really care for. I mean, it's a plot device. What I didn't understand is why they had to transfer to Starfleet Academy. Their reasoning didn't seem to make any sense to me. Because, yeah, it doesn't matter if she uses that power again, it could do irreparable harm. She could do that in Starfleet regardless of what school she goes to.
I think it was for the safety of the cadets because the War College is military strategics. Starfleet Academy is peace negotiations and exploration. I think it was safety for the cadet because if she continued to War College with her state, they might have feared that she might have slipped again and caused more irreparable damage. But a little safer with diplomacy, math, language, that sort of stuff instead of tactics, battle gear, that sort of stuff. I think it was that's why. Think about it.
I don't know. To me, it still seems stupid, especially not allowing her to keep going into command.
Besides, Caleb is her anchor. You gotta remember the flowers. Caleb is her anchor. There's an anchor there at Starfleet Academy to help her out.
You're talking about her brother.
No, Caleb.
Really?
Yeah,
I wouldn't say that unless they actually admit that he's her Imzadi.
Well, I haven't used that word.
Yeah, they haven't used it yet. I would assume that they're going to. At least I hope so.
Yeah, but,
I mean,
but she shared that
was some of the
flowers
best
with
books written.
I know. I love that book. Yeah, but she shared the flowers with them, which means she believes that they're anchored together. They are connected. So that's why she's there, because Caleb is her anchor there. Help stabilize her.
Well, I'd prefer if it was her brother more than him. I realize they're trying to push this love arc between them, but I don't know. I wouldn't want to. I wouldn't want to have a love interest who's that they keep shipping with the other female character as her anchor. Does that make sense?
There's no way Genesis is going to do that. Yeah, they gave a little googly eyes a couple times, but no way Genesis and Caleb. I don't see it.
Well, I sincerely think that that Genesis likes him more than he likes her.
Yeah, she does have a crush on him, but yeah, there's no way he's all for Tara. I don't even fucking you pronounce her name. Terima. Tiramisu. Let's just call it tiramisu.
But overall, I think it was still a good episode. I think both of them were. I mean, if I had to like give them a score out of 10, I'd say that the marriage episode was probably a 5. This one was probably a 7.
Marriage
I mean, still not
episodes,
great,
7.
but
This was an 8.
if it was just if you're just talking about the Doctor storyline, I'd give it a 10.
Oh yeah.
Or the Doctor and Sam's storyline, I'd give it a 10. As for the marriage episode, yeah, that was very Star Trek-y, but still more updated Star Trek. What were some of the complaints about this episode, the Doctor play trauma episode?
I didn't hear the complaints about the Dr. Sam storyline, but I did hear some complaints about the cadets and the group therapy. Like, why is Tilly there? They could have had somebody else. They could have had Reno do that because she's pragmatic. She could have just had Judah play, and they would have listened to her. They had to have a cameo. Member Berry. Where's Discovery? Yeah, all this shit. And then of course the classic trope. Look, they got another fat chick in Star Trek.
Yeah, but I don't have a problem with fat people in Star Trek.
Yeah, look at Scotty, please. They didn't say anything.
Well, Scotty wasn't necessarily fat during the main show. He got fat during the movies.
Yeah.
To be fair, Shatner also put on a lot of weight, but he hid it behind a girdle.
Oh, and I heard he's doing much better from the horse accident.
All right. How much time we have left on this lovely show?
Depends on, I was planning on ending it in about 23 minutes.
Not talking about your show. I'm talking about you still reviewing Academy.
There's 10 episodes, so next week would be the last week I'm talking about it.
Oh my God, I hate English. When can we move to another show now during this show?
He wants to know, when do you want to change topics?
We can change topics now.
Okay,
Anyway,
we're good. We're clear.
I'm actually gonna head out because I got to do groceries and a bunch of shit today. So I will catch you all in the next one. Actually, I'll see you later today on Chris's stream.
Yeah.
Excellent. All right.
All right. Good seeing you, sweetie. I'll message you later. Take
Sounds
care.
Good. Bye, guys.
Later.
Yep.
All right. So what do you want to bring up, LDG?
Well, we have a few things coming out. We got Invincible, new season. Can't wait to see that. Anybody caught the preview?
No, I try to ignore that stuff. I did catch up on the latest season because I realized after the fact that I didn't watch the actual Invincible arc, or sorry, the Invincible War arc.
Yeah.
Which I don't know. I think it was handled. I think that was the first arc that was handled better in the comics than it was done on the show.
Yeah, but that's the same. It's basically the same as any show. The manga or comic is usually always uniquely better, but
yeah, it's usually. Invincible has handled a lot of the arcs from the comics better than the comics did. But I think the Invincible War arc was handled better in the comics this time.
Yeah,
because it was way too short. It was only like what?
Oh yeah,
2-3 episodes. Whereas in the comic book, it was like 2 years of the comic.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Yeah, the time constraints suck. I wish they had more episodes. I think that they only do like 8 a season. I think
8 or 10.
I don't even think it's 10.
Hey, awesome! Brian May got knighted. Nice. Sorry,
cool.
Sir Brian May now. Nice.
Hey, he's still a queen in my book.
Okay.
But we do have a lot of interesting.
I'm going to steal that and put a reply. Hang on. I'm going to steal that, dude.
You better say
just-
on there you stole that from SD GameSwap or VileMike.
Okay, I'll quote you. Damn it. Okay. Hang on, I'll quote you on this. Where are you? I can't tag you.
Well, you either have to do at SD GameSwap, one word, or at Vile_Mike.
SD Game Swap. Oh, there you are.
All right.
And
Sorry, let me see. Production episodes. All right. Yeah, each season has only been 8 episodes.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
So,
But,
and then,
like
well,
I said, we got plenty of arc left. I mean, there's a lot of story left, so I want to see what direction they go in, and I'll definitely be watching it. It's coming out this month, right? 17th or something like that.
March 18th is the release of the next
18th.
episode.
Yeah. Yeah.
So we'll probably we can talk about that next week, I would assume, if I have a chance
Sweet.
to watch it. I mean, it's going to be a hectic week for me. I'm I'm looking for a third job, and it's primarily because my main job, my hours fluctuate so badly that I need more money. There's some weeks where I'm so hurting for money that, I'm like depleted my entire checking account by the end of the week. And then some weeks I got enough to pay off more bills, or at least more debts. So I'm looking for a third job. But my main job this week has me working a full week because I'm covering for another rep. I don't know what or why I need to cover for her. I was just told my boss she's going to be out for about 3 weeks, so I had to cover some stuff late last week and next week. And so, yeah, that's why I got to work today, which is why, as soon as I end the stream, I'll be leaving to cross the border and go to work. Fun.
Get out of Mexico. You got to get out of Mexico.
I'm hoping it'll be easy wait to cross because of everything that's going on right now.
I've only seen long lines at airports, not at border crossings. I have not heard any complaints about border crossings. Otherwise, I would let you know.
Well, what was it? Mari was telling, or Mrs. Vile was telling me that there's a holiday coming up for Mexico, so that's one of the reasons why it tends not to be too bad. Or a lot of people cross to go shopping in the U.S.
Yeah, on the weekends.
So, it's just interesting what ends up being cheaper in Mexico and what ends up being cheaper in the States for each country. It kind of boggles my mind sometimes.
I can tell you the shit on the bridge is more expensive than the shit you find a block away. I can tell you that for a fact. Yeah, never buy anything on the bridge. Wait till you get into the town when you get to the streets, okay? Then you can start shopping. Little touristy tip for everybody. I found it the hard way once.
Well, like one of the maybe I'll buy a Kinder Egg and record a video to post next Saturday because I haven't done that in a while.
Well, chocolates on the bridge, yeah, they're cheap. Yeah, buy chocolate on the bridge, but everything else, wait till you get in town.
But the Kinder Eggs that I buy for the videos here in Mexico cost between 50 cents and $1.
Yeah, they're $1 here.
Whereas the American versions of the Kinder Eggs that are sold at Walmart, they're almost $3.
I bought my Kinder Eggs for 99 cents.
Where do you buy them?
Grocery outlet.
Okay, for one of my other job, where I also do merchandising, some of my stores are grocery outlets, and I've never seen them for $1 there. They've always been at $2 at the minimum.
No, they've been 99 cents forever whenever they have them.
That must be that store or something, because I've never seen them that cheap at the 2 grocery outlets I have.
Yeah, whenever they have Kinder Eggs, they have different kinds, like seasonal stuff, or movie stuff, like the Harry Potter ones when I got the little action figures in them. Yeah,
they always have 99 cents. Harry Potter ones for Mrs. Vile because she's a Harry Potter fan.
Yeah, I
But,
even got. Let me show you this. I even got a phone charger little thing in one of them.
oh my God, that is. I'm gonna laugh so hard because you're Elihu.
God damn it!
Okay, this. What's funny about that is I only got one of these, and it was for one of my daughters got a Kinder Egg for herself. This was a toy, and she's like, I don't give a shit about this. So she gave it to me to put on my little shelf that I have in the car where I put miscellaneous toys for the time being.
It goes in your charger cord.
Well, neither one of us knew what the fuck this was.
Yeah, it goes in
So
your
now that I
charger
know
cord.
that the charger cord, I might put it on one of my things just for shits and giggles
Yeah,
because
look.
she was like, I don't know what this is.
This
I'm
is my
just
charger
gonna.
cord. You thread it through the back. See, it's a charger. It goes in your charger cord.
She didn't give me any instructions for it, so I'm just like, oh, it's Superman. I'll
Okay.
put it on the shelf.
Now you
Now,
know
some
what
of the
it
other
is.
things that we've been putting on the shelf are some of the McDonald's changeable toys that are going on right now.
Oh, nice.
So we got,
a little burger pack.
well, this is the nuggets that turns into the turtle, or at least turtle-like thing. We got the hamburger that turns into a really stupid pterodactyl. I'm sorry, this is one of the worst ones, I think.
Oh my gosh, blue.
And the third one that we have in the car, at least, we only have this one because one of my son's friends gave it to him just to put in our car, is the new Frybot, which I hate this thing's fucking face. It looks stupid to me. The old face was so much better. If you're going to copy the transformation, just make it the face the same you had before, or at least similar to the one. That looks like he looks too derpy to me.
It's kind of like Mark Ruffalo's head in Doomsday, huh? Endgame.
Yeah, I don't like that one's head. It looks stupid. Now, we have other ones, because basically, for the ones in the car, we were only putting the doubles that we get in the car. The first one we get, we're going to combine into a listing on SD GameSwap to sell as a group, after the promotion ends, of course. So,
Of course.
but yeah, I think it's funny that was the one that we got, Elihu, the freaking Superman one. The only one of the DC toys that we that I have collected happens to be one that you also have.
I got a second one. It was a Wonder Woman sticker. I threw that away. I'm like, I don't like that one.
The one I do, they have the Super Mario Brothers ones at a lot of my stores right now, and I want to get them, but they just been, I can't fathom buying them at that price, because at the cheapest I've seen, it's 2 for $5.
When I go to the store today, I'll take a picture and show you 99 cents. Okay, I know they have Kinder Eggs. I was there the other day.
Well, yeah, I'll check again my stores, because as I said, every time I see them, they've been at least $2 or more.
Yeah,
at Walmart, they were $2.98, but the older ones that they were trying to clear out because the promotion has ended, they were selling for 2 for $5.
No, I need to go to grocery outlet today anyway, because I'm almost out of soda and coffee. Because I'll take a picture of the display and show you 99 cents. They've never been over $1 in my store.
Well, I'm not out of soda because Mrs. Vile bought me this yesterday.
Oh.
A 2-liter of Mexican Pepsi.
Yeah, soda's cheaper than bottled water, so I'd rather drink soda. That's good old days.
Yeah.
Beer was cheaper and more healthy for than water. So Diet 7-Up is cheaper and healthier than water.
Can someone please explain to me why soda is now cheaper than water at most stores?
Because it's not made of water.
It's 99% water. What are you talking about?
I
Yeah.
don't know about that. I don't think it's 99% water at all.
Well, based on the amount of ingredients inside, yeah, it's 99%
How
water,
much
1%.
of soda is water in percent?
Okay, let
Which
me
one
ask.
was cheaper? Which soda are you talking about, by the way?
Let me
Well,
ask.
I usually like RC Cola was cheaper than water.
Okay, RC
Water.
Cola is like expired soda, but let's see here. It's 90% by volume, not 99.
Dude,
So there you go. So 10% off. Is it 10% cheaper?
Diet
Maybe.
7-Up is nearly 100% water. While the exact percentage isn't disclosed, it contains only trace amounts of citric acid, sweeteners, and preservatives, making its water content virtually identical to a glass of plain water.
Yeah,
There's your answer.
I'm looking at a source. It says it's 90% water by volume. That's 10% no water that they could make cheaper somehow than water. Not to mention they make money. Companies know how to make their own money now to make their products cheaper. So I'm sure that has something to do with it.
Yeah, they use additives now instead of actual food for coloring. That's how they decrease the prices.
All
Increase
right.
production.
So, according to Everyday Health, regular soda is 90 to 95% water by volume, while diet sodas contain up to 99% water. So that is probably the discrepancy between the two numbers that we've been giving between Elihu, LDG, and myself. Because I primarily drink diet I primarily do a mix of half diet, half regular.
I don't like the taste of cola. I don't like cola, period. I rarely drink it. I mainly drink Diet 7-Up, zero sugar. That's what I drink. Rarely that I have a cola. Last time I had a cola was a Coca-Cola slushy at the Pier 39 a couple days ago. Last time I had a cola.
It says
But
right
that is not
here,
much.
Diet RC Cola costs $3 to $5 for a 6-pack of 12-ounce cans, or about a quarter to 40 cents per can, depending on the retailer.
I pay $7.50 for a 12-pack.
I pay $1 for a 2-liter.
You buy
$2.50
$1
for a 2-liter.
liter?
$2.50 for a 2
Yes.
liter, including the CRV.
That must
Well,
be
okay, yeah. If
expired
you
soda,
tax the
dude.
CRV, it's $1.17.
All right,
So-
so right here it says bottled water is 50 cents to 75 cents per liter.
Yeah, it depends on the store, though.
Our
So,
2-liter
17
bottles often
cents,
costing
17 cents to 29
$1.25.
cents to 49 cents at Trader Joe's, depending on
It
the
says
size.
right here, RC Cola zero sugar is available at low prices, with 2-liter bottles often costing $1.25 or less if you go to places like Dollar Tree.
Yep.
Which is
There's a Dollar
expired,
Tree here in San
which is-
Francisco.
yeah, it's expired. It's expired freaking cola.
It's
And
not
24-10
expired
frequency
cola.
around. Yeah, okay, sure. Whatever you say. Doesn't matter. Water's still cheaper, dude. You can get a liter for freaking 50 cents. That means 2 for $1.
Okay, let me put it to you this way, LDG. If a gallon of water costs $1.58 and a 2-liter of cola, diet cola costs $1.17. Or sorry, if you're doing tax and CRV, it's what, around $1.70 for a gallon of water and $1.20. Let's just round up for a 2-liter. Which one is actually cheaper per ounce?
Okay, I mean, I guess so. Yeah, it's
And this will be
About
the
76
last
cents.
argument we have before I end the stream. Because I would say that they either cost the same or the soda is still cheaper.
Yeah, no, I'm looking more into it. You're actually right. Yeah. Interesting. That's funny.
Now, if I were to buy like Coke Coke is a lot more expensive than other brands, but I'm a cheap son of a bitch and I don't care about brand loyalty when it comes to that kind of stuff. So yeah. I drink whatever's cheap, not necessarily over taste. And my taste buds are so limited that I can't tell the difference between Coke, Pepsi, and RC Colas.
I stopped drinking soda so long ago.
Shows us an obvious.
Oh, nice. Sorry. Science nerd news right here. New visible dog data from the high-rise data. Kind of interesting pictures here because it shows a circular formation like Stonehenge with rocks placed approximately 6 to 7 meters high in a circular formation on Mars. Interesting. Sorry,
All right.
nerd news.
So, go ahead and keep this number in mind. The amount for soda, the cost would be 1.8 cents per liter or per ounce.
Oh,
at that
1.8?
price.
I thought it was 1.7. Sorry, I said 17.
It's
Sorry.
1.79. I'm rounding up.
Yeah, okay. That's why I said 1.7.
And then, hold on. Okay, yeah, I was right the first time. I screwed up. Divided by 128.
Hold on to the
Okay, and the water is going to cost 1.3 cents. So yeah, technically the water is still cheaper per ounce at that price, but it's so negligible that it seems to be that soda's cheaper because soda's sold primarily in the 2 liters, whereas water is primarily sold per gallon. So yes, LDG is correct that the water is still cheaper, but it looks like soda's cheaper. So do you feel happy?
It depends where you go. No, I'm not. You're the one that did the extra work. Thank you. I was fine with giving you the victory, but
no,
you know,
I don't have a problem giving you the victory.
Depends what water you're like. You're talking about RC Cola, so all of a sudden I don't care anymore simply because RC Cola sucks. So like I was off that boat as soon as we found out we were talking about diet RC Cola. Okay,
what's wrong with RC Cola? Like, it tastes exactly the same as Coke to me.
That's why I call it expired soda, dude. It tastes like expired soda. That's what it fucking tastes like. It's horrible.
Maybe you got sent. I didn't realize LDG had such sensitive taste buds because to me, RC Cola, Coke, and Pepsi taste exactly the same.
He's a guy who does not like the taste of alligator. Okay, jeez.
Wait, Florida man does not like the taste of alligator?
You didn't like it? No, he would. I wanted it, dude.
A, I'm not Florida man. B, I do like it. I just can't have a whole dinner of it. Like, it has an interesting taste, and then it immediately goes sour after like your 3rd bite. Like it just tastes like gamey chicken, really. But I mean, at first it has an interesting taste. I guess it has like an aftertaste after you already had a couple bites. It just starts tasting weird. I told Eli this. We went and had Gator when he came down like last year or whatever it was.
Okay. Yeah, can I ask, how did you have the Gator prepared? Because I've only ever had it as part of a Cajun or a Creole dish.
Well, yeah, it's one of those fast food bars. So it was
what?
Deep fried.
It was deep fried.
Okay, yeah. If it's breaded and deep fried, I can understand that because it's gonna trap in some of those juices, which, you know, if any gamey meat is gonna have a lot of shit, what's the acid? Fuck. My brain not working.
Oh, okay. I don't remember.
What are you talking about? Gamey meat? You frying it? Was something wrong with it? What?
Not citric
I mean,
acid. Come on,
they don't have. I don't think they had on the menu any kind of like grilled gator, right, Elihu? I don't think I saw. 'Cause I was trying to look for something else. Did they have? They didn't have like gator fingers or.
No, they just had gator nuggets.
It was gator nugget, like popcorn gator.
Yeah.
Yeah, I can understand it not being. You got to have a lot of seasoning for that.
Yeah.
So,
I mean,
yeah,
like
I can
said, it's
understand
like
why
a
you didn't
fast
like
food
it as
bar
much.
kind of place. They did, it's Ale House is better, and I hate that place. But it was the only place that Elihu wanted to go have gator, so we went.
No, that wasn't the only place. I wanted to have gator at the gator farm. You didn't want it.
Oh, at Gatorland Zoo?
Well, okay, lactic
Yeah.
acid. Lactic acid is the
I
one I
went
was
to do
talking
that.
about. So, yeah, there's a lot of lactic acid in gamey meat. God, my brain was not working. I apologize.
Yeah, you're
But
lucky
on
you
that
have
note,
one.
I'm going to go ahead and end the stream. Yeah, next
I gotta
week we'll
do
try to
that,
talk. If I watch it, we'll talk about Invincible. But we're going to finish Starfleet Academy. And yeah, I've not seen the last episode, so it'll be fun to watch it this week. Anything else you
Okay.
guys want to end the stream on?
I'm
Don't
good.
forget to tune into Chris Knight Review 3000, 5 o'clock Pacific time.
All right. Later, folks.
Later, weirdos.